Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Jav. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and we shall make a start. Okay, thank you, Kushal. And also please let me know where you're from. Thank you, Kanisha. So my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader. We have Kanisha here from Columbia, Ohio. Welcome from Columbia. We have Birmingham in the house. We have London in the house. Surrey in the house. One of my favorite places in the UK, Dubai. Welcome from Dubai. So my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader. And Anisha, welcome from Leeds. Now I've been trading for several years, and as they say, I've never looked back since. Pakistan is in the house. Welcome, Pakistan, as well. So as I was saying earlier, I've never looked back since, and I have been trading now for several years. Now, just to make things clear from the outset, this presentation will last, I'd say, probably about 40 or 45 minutes. And again, to make it absolutely clear, by the end of this presentation, you will not become an expert trader. I'll say that again. By the end of this presentation, you will not be an expert trader. However, we will give you all the information that you need to be able to start trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. So like I was saying earlier, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader, have been trading now for several years. Just a little bit about myself before we go into further detail. Going back a fair few years, I was always told to go to school, get a good education, and get a good job. And guess what I did? I went to school, got a very, very good education, spent thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on my education, only to get what I thought was a good job. Now, my first job out of university, I absolutely hated it. I hated my first job out of university, and that was when you could say my world changed, because everything that I'd been taught from a very, very young age just didn't seem to be working out. I enjoyed university very, very well. Obviously, you got the good education, but the good job, what seemed to be a good job for good income, wasn't the case in real life. So I decided from the first day of my first job that I could not work in this job. And I actually resigned that position after a few months. And the only reason I stayed within that job was because I had bills to pay. I resigned that position after a few months, and I bought myself a ticket to Australia. So a ticket to Sydney, Australia, I think it was, or Melbourne, I don't remember. But on the plane to Australia, I actually read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So at the airport, Heathrow Airport, I saw the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I didn't know what it was about. The cover looked appealing, so I bought the book. I read that entire book, cover to cover, on the plane to Australia from the UK. And that was my first introduction to business. If you don't have a pen and paper, please get yourself one, because note takers are money makers. So Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad was my first introduction to business. When I came back to the UK, I became a property millionaire within 3 years of my return to the UK. And soon after that, I started trading. Initially, I was trading the stock markets. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but slowly but surely I started to make a little bit of money. And then I was introduced to cryptocurrency and also the forex, or the foreign exchange market. Now, Robert Kiyosaki taught me about the cash flow quadrant, and that is what you see on screen here. That is the cash flow quadrant in pie chart format. Now, the cash flow quadrant basically teaches us that 95% of the world population is broke. I'll say that again. 95% of the world population of 7.8 billion people, which comes to 7.4 billion, is broke. If you want to be financially free, if you want to be affluent, you need to be the top 5%. The top 5% is composed of investors and business owners. And the good news is, as traders, we are both investors and business owners. Now, the way things are going at the moment with the pandemic, excuse me, all those job cuts, bankruptcies, and so on, things are not looking good on the outside. The good news is, when it comes to the foreign exchange market, whether you know this or not, the foreign exchange market is green. When I say green, it means what's happening outside is irrelevant when it comes to the foreign exchange market, because we continue to derive a profit every single day. Now, the foreign exchange market is very, very big. In fact, in a nutshell, foreign exchange is the exchange of one currency for another. So if you have your pounds, your dollars, and you exchange them, let's say if you have your pounds and exchange them for dollars, you have taken part in the foreign exchange market. So if you've been on a foreign holiday, you have already exchanged money via forex. If you have a bank account, you have already taken part, or your money has taken part in the foreign exchange market. Forex is huge. It's massive. Compared to the stock market, the foreign exchange market is an infinite times bigger. Up to $6.6 trillion is exchanged via forex every single day. 1 trillion of that is done with banks. So your bank, whether it's Santander, Barclays, HSBC, banks collectively make over $1 trillion every single day from forex, and they're doing it with your money. So whether you like it or not, your money is already being used in the foreign exchange market. Banks make $1 trillion a day, yet they pay you 0.05% interest a year. I recently had a bank statement from one of my bank accounts, and they said, congratulations, you're now going to make 0.05% interest on your capital in your bank account. Talk about a slap in the face. Going back a few years, my mentor said to me, Dr. Jav, how much money have you made on your money in the last decade? How much money have you made on your money in the last 10 years? And I thought about that for a few minutes. And my answer was a big fat zero. And the reason it's zero is because of the low interest rates. So historically, interest rates have been extremely low. For the next 10 years, 5 years, at least, interest rates are going to be very, very low as well, certainly considering what's happening in the economy outside. Now, because of inflation, and inflation is set to rise again because of the bailouts that have been happening in the economy recently, but because of inflation and low interest rates, if you have a bank account, if you have money in your bank account, you are actually making a negative return because the cost of money is going up and you are making a negative return on your capital in your bank account. So if you have a bank account and you're not utilizing that money, you're making a negative return. That is why you should do forex. You are returning less than 0% a day or month or week, however you want to look at it, yet your banks are continuing to make $1 trillion a day with your money. So when my mentor said that to me, I decided that maybe I should look at forex. And again, a different mentor of mine said to me, Dr. Jav, if you want to be filthy rich, if you want to be affluent, you need to do one of three things. You need to be involved in the financial services. You need to be involved in property or real estate. And the third thing he said was e-commerce. And I'm glad to say I've got my fingers in all three things. Now, the foreign exchange market is a 24-hour-a-day, 5-day-a-week market. You can exchange via forex Monday to Friday. There's a little bit of overlap on the weekends, but generally Monday to Friday, you can exchange via forex regardless of where you are, anywhere in the world. In the last few years, I've traveled to many, many countries, and I've been able to run my business from my mobile phone. So as long as you have a mobile phone, you can exchange via forex regardless of your location. And then there's digital currency. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are, you've probably heard of the term Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the largest digital currency in the marketplace, and it was conceived in 2009. In 2009, the price of Bitcoin was around, let's say, 10 cents. In December 2017, the price hit $20,000, and currently the price is in the region of $57,000. And the good news is that we trade Bitcoin, we trade digital currencies every single day. I'm going to talk about digital currencies again later during this presentation and give you some pictorial charts as well to look at. And also later during this presentation, we'll give you some live analysis on one of our softwares so you can see how we trade. Now, cryptocurrency is big. In fact, over $1 trillion. In fact, Bitcoin alone has a market capitalization of over $1 trillion. So it's big and it's getting bigger. If you like a bit of excitement in your life and you like to know or make money in minutes, and it is literally minutes, then high frequency trading is for you, or binary options. And we have a program available where you can learn this trading strategy and effectively make money in minutes, as we are doing every single day. A little bit about e-commerce. Because we're all working from home at the moment, another thing that we actually decided to do, and we mentor on this every single day, is also e-commerce. So by e-commerce, I mean you're making or deriving an income from the internet. My first e-commerce sale was over a decade ago. And the first time you make money on the internet, it's the best feeling ever because you've done it from home, you've done it from mobile phone. So we have an amazing scheme whereby we teach you and mentor you on how to run an e-commerce business. And what we're doing at the moment is drop shipping, which means that we never need to hold our own physical stores. Everything is online and we're buying from A and selling to C. So we're B, we never need to hold the product. We don't need warehouses. Everything is done online. And again, e-commerce, drop shipping is a very, very, very big industry. And today, the way things are, the way people are working from home, many, many people around the world are now deriving an income from our online platforms. Now, when it comes to trading, the way we teach you is through our mentorship program. Currently, we have well over 100 educators or mentors all over the world. As an organization, we have in the region of 400,000 students or customers all over the world in over 130 plus countries. So we are not a small outfit. In fact, we are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, educational providers of foreign exchange trading in the world. And we've been doing this now, I think it's been around 8 or so years, so we know what we're talking about. Our mentors are 6- and 7-figure earners in this industry. And the way we teach you is through a live mentorship program, very much like I'm speaking to you now via this Zoom platform. Every single day, we will sit down with you and do live trading. On the screen now, you see one of our platforms. It's known as Harmonics. This was the first platform that we actually introduced to the market. The Harmonics platform gives you an entry point, stop loss numbers, and take profit numbers. All you have to do is copy and paste those numbers into an app on your mobile phone. If you know how to copy and paste, you can become a very good trader. Now, if you go back to school all those years ago, your teacher said to you, do not copy the person next to you. Do not plagiarize. What I'm telling you now is to do the opposite. Go ahead and copy us. That is how I learned to trade. I learned to trade via the live mentorship sessions that I attended every single day. And over a period of time, I became a very, very good trader. So you're not alone. We have an amazing mentorship program. We have an amazing team and mastermind. And together, everyone achieves more. Now, once you get access to the platform, you will actually have access to several apps that sit on your phone, and these will allow you to trade from anywhere in the world. So going back to myself, in the last few years, I've traveled to, I'd say, well over 20 countries. I've been to the Far East, I've been to the Middle East, I've been to Asia, America, Europe, many, many times. And I've been able to trade or run my businesses from my mobile phone. So the only prerequisite to this opportunity is to have a mobile phone. If you have a smartphone, you can do this. If you're teachable and willing to learn, you can do this. Everything else we provide you. When it comes to trading, trading is actually 90%, in fact, 90 to 99% mindset. So if you go onto YouTube and try and learn trading, the reason why so many people fail from YouTube is because the mindset element is missing. As traders, we understand this, and we've been learning about mindset and developing ourselves personally since the beginning of time. Mindset is so important, and as the largest provider, one of the largest providers of foreign exchange trading in the world, we understand this, and this is why we have partnered with a guy called Bob Proctor. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, Bob Proctor featured in the film The Secret. If you don't know what The Secret is, write it down. The Secret. It was a film that came out several years ago. There's a book as well, and it's about the law of attraction. So Bob Proctor sits down with us every single week. He's my personal mentor. He mentors us weekly on mindset and personal development. 76% of traders fail. It's because the mindset element is missing. I'm glad and very proud to say that we form part of the 24%, the fraction of traders that are actually making money every single day, because we have the skill set covered, and also we've got the mindset covered as well. And again, later during this presentation, my colleague will actually show you a live demonstration on one of our software platforms. To get started with the Academy is $235 approximately. There's a monthly fee as well, which you can waive via an amazing scholarship scheme that we have. So you don't naturally need to pay that $175 as the monthly fee. The same is the price for high frequency trading, and also if you only want to do digital currencies like Bitcoin. If you want to learn how to trade fiat currency, your pounds, your dollars, you want to do digital currency, high frequency trading as well, you want to learn about commodities and indices, then the Elite Academy, my favorite package, is the one for you. And to start that is $325. Again, the monthly fee can be waived. If you only want to learn about e-commerce, as some people do on this webinar today, then the price again is $325. So for $200 to $300, you can learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. If you were to go for the basic package, the FRX package at $235, you can add modules to your package. For example, if you want to trade digital currency in addition to foreign exchange, you would add Swipe Coin to your platform. If you want to scout the market, you would add Vibrator. Vibrator is one of my favorite softwares, and again, we'll show you how to use Vibrator later during this presentation, and you can actually see us potentially doing some live trades. But again, Vibrator, you can add to the FRX package. But again, like I said earlier, the Elite Academy covers all of the above. It's the most comprehensive package we've got, and the monthly fee can be waived because we have a scholarship scheme known as 2 and Free. So this basically means that once you introduce 2 people to the platform and they start trading with us as well, you do not need to pay the monthly fee. I have not seen that anywhere in this industry for the last 10 years plus. If you were to go out there into the marketplace and look for an educational provider to teach you how to learn foreign exchange, you're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5,000 plus pounds just to learn how to trade. In fact, people I know who are now on our platform have paid over £20,000 to learn how to trade with other providers. And then they've come to us because of the immense knowledge that you achieve through our platform. What I want to do now is see if my colleague Mandeep is on the call, and she will go through the Vibrator platform. She'll talk a little bit about herself and where she's come from and show you exactly how we trade every single day. So Mandeep, are you on the call?
Yes, Dr. Jav, I'm here. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Yes, all good, all good. Really excited to be here today. So ladies and gents, my name is Mandeep. I come from a town called Leicester, and I'm super excited to be here with you today because I remember my journey. I started 3 years ago coming from a corporate background. And let me tell you something, I did not know anything about forex or crypto or high frequency forex. These were very, very new terms to me. And I remember looking at the industries thinking, they look amazing, but number one, they're probably for professionals and you need to know everything there is to know about, currencies. And number two, I'm not a professional, so I can't do that because there's a certain look and it's probably more for men in ties and doing stocks. And I just grouped it all together, stocks, shares, investments. And, that was it. I, sort of left it to one side. And then, having worked around 10 years in the corporate world, it's only when things really start to change, ladies and gents, when that shift happens in your mindset and you get to a point where you think, do you know what? Do I really want to be living the same life for the next 10 years? Let me ask you a couple of questions. In the last 10 years, how much has your income grown by? Well, forget the last 10 years. How about the last 2 years or 1 year? How much percentage-wise has your income grown by? And question number two is, however long you've been working, how much of that money that has flown through your bank account have you multiplied? And these are a couple of questions that my mentor asked me. He said, how much has your salary increased by? Is it 1%, 2%, 3%, 10%? What is it? I didn't have a clue, and it wasn't much. And question number two, I had literally multiplied nothing in the last 10 years that I'd been working in the corporate world. And ladies and gents, the key thing to remember here is that wherever you are in your life right now, your income, your health, your relationships, your bank balance, the house you live in, the car that you drive, the shoes that you wear, the clothes that you wear, the type of food that you buy, it is all dictated by the income that we earn. So for example, someone maybe might be earning a certain type of money. They might shop at Gucci or Prada or whatever it is, you know, sort of the brands. But maybe someone who can't, you know, do that, they're gonna shop at, you know, other places, unbranded stores, and it means that the level of lifestyle is very different, because that's the way it goes. And so, you know, compound interest is something that I'm going to show you in just a second. I'm going to share not my platform, but the platform. I'm going to share my screen in a second and show you how this works. But to cut a long story short, when I came into this educational platform, I was very pleasantly impressed with the products and the services that were available. I took the Elite Pack out straight away, because literally for $275 monthly, which is a couple of £100 in pounds for those of you in the UK, I'm from the UK, that's really good. You get access to 17 products, and you've got a range of services that are giving you income every day. I mean, the Go Live, we're an educational platform. We do not trade on your behalf. But what it means is that we're going to give you an education to understand how to multiply money. And I really love that pie chart that Dr. Jav showed at the beginning, because it's so true. Most of us, we know how to make money. You know, we know how to go to work and earn a wage. We know how to even spend money. We know maybe how to save a bit of money as well. But how many of us know how to multiply, compound, or invest money? You see, this is the key thing that we're teaching on this platform. So just to give you an insight into how the platform actually looks, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly share my screen and show you a bit about how the platform actually looks and actually works. So this is what's called Vibrator, which is one of our scalping tools. So scalping means that, you know, you are going to make the money sort of within the, maybe it could be from 5 minutes, 10 minutes to about an hour on average. But all you're doing with this particular strategy, ladies and gents, is you're following 4 steps. And if they're met, you can take the trade, you can make money. And if the steps are not met, you don't take the trade. Because what I really want you to understand is that trading is not gambling, at least not on this platform, because we're literally using a set of principles and indicators to help us to understand, okay, technically, can this work? Can this trade be a good buy or sell? And this is where the education really comes in. And on the screen, what you see right here is a chart of Euro NZD, the Euro and the New Zealand dollar. This actually came in on the scanner. You can see on the right-hand side here, this came in on the 1 hour time frame about 1 hour and 25 minutes ago. So you can clearly see it right there. And this came in as a buy. How do I know that? Because any trade flagged in a green signifies a buy. Any trade in a red signifies a sell. So I'm looking at 4 steps for a buy. And in the middle of the screen here, you've got the chart right there. You've got the cloud, which is the purple shaded area. And you've got the 3 lines here, which I want you to concentrate on. You've got the blue, the red, and the green. Now, watch how simple this is. And you can even feel free to participate, put your answers in the chat box as well. But question number 1 is there a crossover between the red and the blue line outside of the cloud? Well, let's get rid of the candlesticks and have a look. And we can clearly see here, just over there, there is definitely a crossover outside of the purple shaded area being the cloud. Fantastic, happy with that. Question number 2, the current price must be 10 pips above the cloud. Now, again, for the new people, you're probably thinking, well, I don't know what a pip is, Mandeep. Let me explain. The pip is the movement in the market. The way we measure length, for example, is meters and centimeters. The way we measure profit in forex is pips. So if you caught 10 pips, you've actually caught 10 movements in the market. So let's check it out. If I get my ruler and measure from the cloud to the current price, well, this is more than 10 pips. It's 29.2 pips away, which is displayed in the top right-hand corner of the blue box right there. Fantastic. That step has also been met. Step number 3. The red line must be above the blue line. Is the red line above the blue line? Yes, it is. And you do not need to have a background in Forex to be able to answer these questions. And finally, step number 4, the green line must be pointing up. Now, the green line is slightly flat, but it is, you know, sort of pointing up, and looks like we have our 4 confirmations, which means you can get in this trade and you can make money. So I know there are some, you know, team members on the call. So again, if you were to get into this trade, you'll take profit, because we're literally catching 10 pips on this particular trade. Okay, so I'm just giving out a live trade right now. And if you were to do the take profit, your take profit would be around, let's have a look, 1.69382. So 1.69382 would be your take profit. You can get in, you can make money, and you know, that's literally as simple as that. So that's a bit about our platform. Now, again, these products are only patented to the I Am Mastery Academy. You can't get them anywhere else. So if you're someone that's interested in learning more about how this works, then definitely get back to the person, you know, after the presentation that's invited you here. Now, what I also wanted to show you was this compound calculator, because, you know, Albert Einstein, again, very clever man, he spoke about the eighth wonder of the world being compound interest. Those who understand it earn from it, and those who don't, they pay it. Okay. Now, we like to, you know, think of ourselves as the earners of compound interest, because we're teaching people, how do you multiply your money? Okay. And we can also teach you how to invest the money through, you know, different things. We have plenty of crypto educators. Cryptocurrency at the moment, ladies and gents, is big. Okay. And I'm telling you, it's really, really big. And if you're someone who hasn't invested in cryptocurrency, you still got a chance to kind of get in, but you need to have the right, you know, information and access to educators who can teach you where to put your money and what have you. So that's definitely something that we can help you with. So let me give you an example. If you started off with, say, $200, okay, it is in pounds because it's an American website, and you multiplied your account by 3% every single day for the next 6-7 months. I think it's next 7 months, 140 days, and you reinvested all of your profits. So this means that you don't add anything in. You're literally just reinvesting it every day, and let's not include weekends because the markets are not open on the weekend. Can you imagine how much you're going to gain by the end of the 7 months? Well, let's have a look at this. Your $200, okay, your $200 is now going to be $12,538 by October. And I guess the parents on the call, that's probably half term. But the key thing is that, look at that, from $200, you're now earning, or you've now earned over 12,000. And that's amazing. Think about it. Is your job right now going to give you that amount of money? Is your business going to give you that amount of money? Who is going to give you that extra? And say if you're trading, you weren't very good, you're still learning, you're all over the place, and you earned 50% of that. So say 6,000 with the loss, a couple of losses here and there, whatever it was, but you still grew your account to $6,000. Ladies and gents, I'm very confident that by 6 months' time, you'd be happy with that. You'd be really happy with that. Think about where you can invest that. If you're learning how to multiply money on a daily basis, and then you're then learning how to invest that money or put it into other things, happy days. This is what it's all about. And trust me, 2020 and 2021 has and still is the biggest few years of wealth generation. You know, I know a lot is happening out there. A lot of crazy things are happening out there with the world and in the world. But the key thing to remember is that if you're smart and you get this, you will see that this is a very, very efficient, effective way of multiplying an income from home. So ladies and gents, that's enough from me. Once again, my name is Mandy, and definitely get back to the person that's shown you this presentation. And Dr. Jav, I'm actually going to pass it back over to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, Mandy. That was absolutely amazing. And also thank you for that live trade. So, and I can guarantee you that live trade will be 80%. There's an 80% probability or chance of that live trade being profitable. And the reason I say that with such certainty is because 75 to 85% of our trades are profitable, which means approximately 8 out of 10 trades that we place on a daily basis will make you profit. Now, I talked about Bitcoin earlier. I just want to go back into Bitcoin again in a little bit more detail. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you're based, you've probably come across the term Bitcoin. The current price of Bitcoin, if you can see my mouse cursor, the current price of Bitcoin is $56,000. So around $56,000. And the good news is that you don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy Satoshis. One Satoshi is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. You can invest $10 in Bitcoin, $100, $1,000, whatever you can afford. You can invest that in Bitcoin, and then you can hodl. So you can hold on to it so that when the price becomes higher, if you sell, you will return a profit. That is the term known as hodling. You can also trade Bitcoin, which means that it doesn't matter if the price is going up or down, you can derive a profit from that movement in price. So if you look at this chart here, the all-time high of Bitcoin, which basically means the highest ever price achieved for Bitcoin, was around $61,000, and that was achieved on the 14th of March 2021. So last month, the price of Bitcoin hit around $61,000. Now, many people, many lay people, I'll use the term lay people, I don't mean for it to be derogatory, but many lay people around the world feel that Bitcoin is a bubble. And they've been saying that since 2009. So I've been in Bitcoin now for around 5 or so years, and other cryptocurrencies for around that length of time. And I've been hearing this throughout my learning and understanding of Bitcoin, where people have been saying it's a bubble, it's going to burst, you'll lose all your money. And I've been hearing that for years and years and years, and it hasn't happened. Now, naturally, with any asset like Bitcoin, the price will go up and the price will come down. And we see that in the market all the time. The price goes up and the price comes down. If I just pan back to 2017, I can show you what happened in 2017. And the reason 2017 is so important is because we're seeing something similar today that we saw in 2017. In 2016, we had something known as Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving basically means that the supply of Bitcoin to the market is halved, and that occurred in 2016. Now, when that happened, or after that happened, we saw this huge increase in price. And the price in December 2017 hit in the region of $20,000. So the price went to around $20,000. And prior to that, the high was around, let's say around $1,000. So prior to that, the all-time high was in the region of $1,000, just looking at this. So the price went up 20-fold, from $1,000 approximately, these are approximate numbers, to $20,000. And that occurred after Bitcoin halving. Now, guess what's happening at the moment? Last year, we had something known as Bitcoin halving. So Bitcoin halving occurred last year. And since last year, we've seen this meteoric rise. So if I again go to what the prices were, let's have a look. In January 2020, going to 2019. So here, the price, very, very approximate. I'm using the terms as approximates. Let's say the price was around approximately $10,000 or so dollars. The price was around $10,000 last year, approximately. If I multiply that by 20, you're looking at a figure of around $200,000. So we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit 6 figures in the next few months. It could even happen within the next couple of months. But generally, within the next few months, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to go from 180 to around $200,000. Or let's be very, very conservative. We are expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit 6 figures, $100,000 plus in the next few months. So you can still trade, you can still buy Bitcoin today and return a profit if you were to hodl the asset. Now, many people around the world, many lay people who don't understand the market, don't know how to get started. They've got close to zero knowledge of cryptocurrencies. And this is where we come in, because we mentor you, we teach you, and we show you how to trade cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you look at this chart here, has a limited supply of 21 million. 21 million is the maximum number of Bitcoins that will ever be mined or produced. At the moment, we're sitting at around 18.6 Bitcoins. Let's say 18.7 approximately. 18.7 million Bitcoins have already been produced. So how many is there left to go? Only about 2.3 million. So there's not many Bitcoins to be produced. And what happens with this is basic economics, basic supply and demand economics. When you have a limited supply of something, and as that supply is getting smaller and smaller and demand is going up, what happens? The price goes up. And that's what we're going to see long term. The price of Bitcoin will always go up. The same is the case for gold. The same is the case for property and real estate. Long term, the price will always go up. But in between, you'll get the ups and downs as you see in any market around the world. Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market. Currently, there's over $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin in circulation. The market cap of Bitcoin at the moment is over $1 trillion. Trust me, that is big. It's big, but it's nothing compared to forex. Cryptocurrency is still a baby compared to forex, which basically means there's a lot more room to go. And also, as more and more people come into the market, as market adoption increases, the current 9,000 cryptocurrencies in the marketplace, that number is going to go up. the market cap of Bitcoin is going to go up, and the total market cap of cryptocurrencies is going to go up. At the moment, again, if you can see my mouse cursor, the current market cap of cryptocurrencies is in the region of $1.8 trillion, still a lot less than what we have in the foreign exchange in the fiat currency market. What we do is we teach you, we mentor you, we show you how to trade fiat, we show you how to trade cryptocurrencies. We also do commodities like oil, gas, gold, silver, and we also trade the stock market through indices like US 30, like German 30, S&P 500. If I go back to cryptocurrency, you can see here one of our platforms. And again, what we do is we give you trading ideas every single day. So we're giving you trading ideas, which basically means that we're doing all the analysis for you. That's why it's called a learn and earn system. We are doing all the analysis for you. In the beginning, you will not know what you are doing, because if I go back to when I started, I didn't have a clue. But my mentors, by watching my mentors every single day, I learned how to trade. And that's why we give you signals or trading alerts. All you have to do is put these numbers into an app on your phone, and your trade is placed for you. And 85 to 90% of the time, you will receive or achieve a profit. In fact, let's say 75 to 85% thereabouts, you will achieve a profit, which is very, very good in the marketplace. When it comes to our alerts, you can see here again, this is actually for Bitcoin. And we placed a sell in the market. That was one of our trading alerts, and that came out on the right-hand side 10 hours ago. We said that we feel the price of Bitcoin is going to come down. You should place a sell in the market. Had you placed a sell in the market at this point when the price was $58,000 approximately, and had you come out of the market at 56, you'd be looking at a 2,000 pip profit. So there's profit to be had. And again, looking at this graph, you can see we've placed sells and buys and sells and buys in the market, which basically means that you can buy and sell into the marketplace and achieve a profit regardless of the price of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin at the moment is irrelevant unless you're going to sell or hodl your currencies. And that's why short term, you can buy and sell in the marketplace. And the good news is that we will show you how to do that. Now, when I talked about 2 and 3 before, I basically said that you can actually learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world for just a couple of $100. And that is something I've not seen anywhere in the marketplace whatsoever. The next part of this presentation, I'll go on for about 5 or so minutes more, is purely optional. I'll say that again. The next part of this presentation is purely optional. You don't have to do this. However, if you choose to do this, it's another stream of income. Once you invite 3 people to the organization, you're now classed as an independent business owner, and you can derive a profit from your introductions. Should you introduce someone to the FRX, HFX, or DCX platforms, so that's our basic foreign exchange platform, high frequency platform, and digital currency platform, the organization will pay you $25. If you invite people to the Elite Academy, you'll get a bonus of $50. As an IBO or independent business owner, once you've invited 3 people and they start trading with us, as many thousands of people have within our organization, you're now being paid $150 every single month, $600 for inviting 12 people, and $1,000 for inviting 30 people. But the good news is you don't have to invite all those people yourself. In the case of Platinum 1000, for example, should you invite 3 people to the organization, and should they invite additional people, and your collective organization is now 30 people, you will still be classed as a P1000, and you will be getting an income of $1,000 every single month. Imagine going to your boss tomorrow, if you're an employee, and asking for a $1,000 a month pay rise. It's not going to happen. I remember when I was in corporate and I received, I think it was like a £600 a year pay rise. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. But that equates to £50 a month. And in all honesty, it's nothing. Our compensation plan goes up to Chairman 750. As a Chairman 750, you're making close to $1 million every single month. And currently, I'm glad to say we have many people within our organization who are making that kind of profit. Imagine making $1 million every single month. It's not going to happen to you in your job. Now, what you need to do now is go back to the person who recommended you attend this presentation and ask them that you're ready, tell them that you're ready to get started, and we can show you how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things that you did do. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let's take that single step together. Once you register with us, you will be assigned a mentor, and your mentor will guide you through the entire process and ensure that you succeed as a profitable trader, as many thousands of us do at the moment. The world is different today than it was last year. Many, many things have happened in the interim. Many people have lost their jobs. Businesses have gone bankrupt. The economy outside, the external economy, is not doing too great. Yet, I'm glad to say our internal economy as traders, we're doing awesome. We're doing brilliantly. We're doing better this year than we were doing last year. Because the foreign exchange trading economy, it's green. It does not matter what's happening outside. We continue to derive a profit. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for attending this presentation. We're here to ensure that you make your yearly, your monthly. Please go back to the person that recommended you attend this webinar, and let's get you registered today. Thank you, God bless, and I'll see you soon.